to the basement.
Yay. Oh my God! Well, thank you for having us, sir.
Well, anytime.
I'm not leaving.
What?
It's like American Horror Story. Jimmy actually died down here and he could never leave.
God. I killed Jimmy and placed him in my crawl space.
Well, how quickly would you move if Jimmy's ghost were haunting the basement?
I would be fine with Jimmy.
Carrie and Susan are sitting upstairs. That ghost will not up.
My ghost wouldn't be begging to watch the prequels.
Well,
I just had a horrible thought that, I would spend eternity arguing about Charlie Sheen with Carrie.
Exactly. As I was going to say, I can handle Jimmy's ghost being here.
Well, Carrie would just come down and go, let's watch some Tron.
My ghost is an insensitive and crushes people's dreams. I'm so sorry, Jim.
My fear is that Bill and/or Gina will come over and die in my house.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, see, they'll come over and I'll suffocate them and hang them from a chandelier.
Jesus, you thought Constance wanted to get that girl off the law or on the law. I can just see him struggling to get them out of here as quick as possible.
If Richie dies in your house, I'm burning this bastard down.
I will hand you the gasoline.
It'll be a fabulous fire.
Flaming.
No, he's gonna die in that theater where they do all their little productions.
My ghost would leave beer cans everywhere.
Richie.
No, because that would be theater. All right.
Hey, it's another Indiana Jones spoof. Hey.
All right.
He's talented.
Indiana Jones.
But that theater is not.
All right, let's introduce the panel. Let's begin over here with Jeff Weiss, film critic to the world.
He hates musicals.
And DC.
Bastard.
Viceroy at mediocreshow.com. Wow, I'm getting ahead of myself.
How many beers you had?
A lot. Viceroy at mediocreshow.com gets me. And
it's our holiday party.
Yeah. I do a show with my friend Jimmy Martin.
James Martin.
called The Big Movie Mouth Off. Please to watch.
It's pretty good.
It's right next to this one on the the Comcast Utah On Demand. Salt Lake
On Demand?
Alternative.
Hey, Jimmy, where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
Georgia. I was going to say but...
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Jimmy is from his... Anyway, moving along.
So gay.
He forgoed the entire experience. He came directly.
You shot right out of your damn...
Straight like a light cycle.
That's right. And you know what I hear? When he came out, he...
That's right.
He literally came out.
His dad thought he was passing a mighty kidney stone. Instead, it turned into a mighty film critic.
It came out with glasses and a faux hawk.
I'm a really good swimmer with an opinion.
That's right. Lee George Cade, last toy maker to the king.
Come to my sensitivity training workshops.
Good one, Jimmy. Good one.
Next week at the airport Hilton, I'll be doing 3 seminars. How not to alienate your friends and come to grasp failed pilots.
You said and are the
I'm gonna hang on to Mr. B here for a minute. Let me go over here. The man behind the camera is Brian Young, Swankmatron from BigShinyRobot.com.
There he is.
Hey. Star Wars Brian. Our designated driver, Too Tall Tony.
Hey. Yay.
What was that?
He was doing it for the ladies.
That was more of a creepy smolder.
I agree. Jesus. Hold me, Jimmy.
That was like a marble man.
You guys are got a van out back?
Scott Pierce.
He's got a collection of vans out back.
Scott Pierce is here.
TV critic for the Salt Lake Tribune.
S. Pierce at sltrib.com. Follow me on the F and Twitter. It's
Scott D. Pierce.
Scott D. Pierce. That's Pierce. I need more.
You need more?
More.
I think I'm following
the new
it.
social network.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No.
If I ever got on Twitter, it'd matter.
I follow it. It's hilarious. And then,
My favorite tweet actually lately came from a young man at the BYU who works for BYU TV, who when Jake Heaps, he'll be the only one who gets this joke.
Yes, BYU quarterback.
When he transferred to Kansas, he said BYU is moving to the Big 12 one player at a time.
I don't know what that
actually.
means.
I knew you would.
That's pretty good.
Well, and then finally, along with I didn't get it either, Mr. B, but he's your former children's educator, and this letter come in here. This is from Matt.
From Matt?
From Matt Rose here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I looked over the shoulder a little bit.
I think Matt's retarded. We need to be a little bit careful because a very close friend of mine asked me yesterday if Shannon really got fired and was working at the 7-Eleven.
Well, hold on, guys. I mean, we should talk about.
We should talk about this. The subject line: Shannon not teaching. Shannon, I was just wondering why you're not teaching anymore. I listen each week, and I was just wondering why that happened.
Too much drinking.
I'm guessing they heard the podcast.
You can only so many times.
If I had kids, I would be very comfortable with you teaching them.
Well,
well, then you shouldn't have kids.
I want to say thank you, Matt. You're one of the good ones.
That's really sweet.
Oh, it is sweet.
That is sweet.
I just decided on a different career path. I walked in. I got 7-Eleven was right down the street from my house.
Yeah.
And you wanted a raise.
And I walked in. I wanted to make more money.
Wanted money.
He wanted to educate more juggalos on how to buy Faygo.
I wanted to be threatened to be killed by adults. So I was like,
Well, and it's let's be honest, it's much more fulfilling.
it is.
The only reason I threatened you is because your taquito gave me diarrhea.
Well, I'm sorry. You have to know something that rolls.
If you eat
Our
something
food
that
in
rolls
tube
around in a
form.
heat lamp for 8 hours, you're gonna get sick.
I just want. Here's the thing.
You said it was fresh.
Here's the thing. I was like, I can get on the ground floor here. I can eventually get to the
with
research.
that new 7-Eleven.
Yeah, with that and I want to get into the research and development, and I want to make more food in tube form.
That's great.
That is like my.
Research and development of 7-Eleven.
You know, I actually was on the management track at a 7-Eleven in the late 80s, and there is an R&D department.
There has to
Well,
be.
I'm sure there is.
There's a rather aggressive R&D department.
Well, because I've got ideas. Like
You gave up that
they're really
career
bad
track?
turkey breast.
I actually.
Why can't we make turkey loaf? Put it in tube. Roll it around on the thing.
I'm
Sell it
there.
at Thanksgiving time.
They
there.
do. They have they call
Right?
them turkey hot dogs.
What about turkey toothpaste? That'd be pretty good.
Well, no, that doesn't roll around on a. It's gotta be in tube form that can roll around on the thing, stay warm all day, and you can eat it.
Turkey toothpaste
James?
is the dumbest idea ever because turkeys don't have teeth.
Oh man.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I hate you.
our
I'm
host,
thinking fried macaroni and cheese in tube form.
I want
Right,
that.
Right?
Yeah,
I
but
want
can
that.
Rolling around on the thing. I've got ideas,
She already
and
did that
I
with Del
send
Taco.
I send at least 7 emails a day.
Can I
to the
squeeze
district
your
manager.
macaroni and cheese into my giant Dark Knight Rises big
Dark
old
Knight
cup?
Rises?
Yes,
Okay, good.
Shannon,
You will
Actually-
have those.
of course we will.
Dark Knight Rises cups? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Shannon, nacho cheese flavored Slurpees.
Pal.
Okay, good.
Are they going to be the
I'm
Crystal
there, I'm
Light
there.
flavor so there's no calories?
Actually, the neighborhood we're in, Chile and lime, is really popular in the Slurpee flavor.
Racist.
I love it.
Carrot
I think
Jackson.
we forgot to introduce our host.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Carrie
Oh,
Jackson.
hey!
And that doesn't make him racist. I'm Caucasian. Sorry.
Let's just get this over with,
All
you
right,
honky.
let's get it over with.
Someday I will tell the story of why I gave up the career path at 7-Eleven. It involves a gun.
Did they remove the bullets?
No, it does involve
He
a gun.
put his rollers.
It does involve a gun.
It does involve a gun.
He threw some hot coffee
Was
on a
it-
robber.
Now, I think at this table, the biggest Buffy fan here would be Mr. Pierce.
Yep.
Right?
And I would say I'm a close
New
second.
movie,
I-
terrible idea.
I think it's a race between me and Shannon for second place.
Real fast
actually.
before you move, did you like the movie though?
No.
Really?
And
I did.
and I
See, I
kind of
didn't
do
I
too.
liked-
I liked Paul Rubens in the movie.
I
What
like
about,
that.
Okay, there you go.
What about Rutger Hauer and Luke Perry?
There were things I liked about the movie. It was
Christy Swanson's horrible. I
wondered-
will grant you that.
Yeah, but I wonder
she's
what that
hot.
movie would have been like had Joss actually been in charge, which is why I don't want another movie.
Well, and this story is a couple of weeks old, but you're getting your wish.
What?
Yay.
A new movie?
No,
screamed at
the
the
new
mic.
movie is dead.
Oh, good.
What, the Whedon-free movie?
The Whedon-free movie
and
is...
Buffy staked at the end.
They handed in the script, and apparently they're as the people in charge put, it didn't have enough on the page. It said so. Whit Anderson was her name, but the producers didn't like it, so it's looking pretty dead right now.
Good.
Yeah,
The
they said it was-
Kazooies said fooey.
I read one thing said it was unfilmable and incoherent.
Yep.
Well, I think
Well,
Was
when did
Bane
that
in
stop
it?
Hollywood?
No, Bane was in it.
I think you could actually do it without Sarah Michelle Gellar. I think it's
Right.
possible.
easily.
I think-
but
well-
I don't think you can do it without Joss Whedon.
We already know how you could do a Buffy movie, though. I mean, she's the leader of an entire army of Slayers.
Yeah.
and
Well,
you could have her as the general of this army of Slayers.
Or
and
you,
they've got
you make the
Hellmouths.
Frey movie.
but
You got
that's
Hellmouths opening up everywhere.
Yeah.
that's what they're
Yeah.
doing in the comics, isn't it? That's basically
That's what they did in the comics,
Yeah.
but you could do it with less emphasis
Well,
on
yeah.
on Buffy.
on Buffy,
you
more
know.
on the other people.
Well,
Exactly.
the one
Or-
person they would either have to recast because clearly David Boreanaz couldn't be in it because vampires are
he's
supposed to be
obviously
immortal,
aged.
and what with all the fooling around, he's looking old.
But they could digitally map the guy.
Yeah.
They could digitally he
Or
could still be
after-
involved and look like Angel did in the 90s.
After 1010, I'll believe anything.
Yeah.
And
Do you
by-
mean Tantan?
No, 1010 is what I mean.
1010.
Because I'm American.
You French. Let,
You
and I-
Angloist.
let me recast Buffy and have it work for you.
Okay.
Emma Stone.
I knew you were
Oh,
going to say
God.
that somehow.
Done. Holy crap. That would
Seriously,
be like,
how
that would
easy
be like
would
my
that be?
dream come true.
Mine too.
And people would go see it, right?
I
Yeah.
love
Am I right?
her. I love her.
I love her too.
I
in my
would like a
pants.
private audition. But here's the thing.
Casting couch.
I think, and I'm probably right on this. More people know about the Buffy TV series than they do the original movie.
sure.
right?
Oh,
Sure.
sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
Definitely
So
agree.
you would have to do springboarding from the TV series.
Yeah.
You'd
Well,
have
yeah.
to.
Right.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is going to need a job. That show she's on gets canceled.
I think
Yeah.
just
Is it
royalties.
canceled?
canceled?
Canceled yet?
No, it's
Sisters,
on
all
the
about
damn
sisters.
CW, so they don't cancel
But
anything.
don't you think royalties alone from Buffy are going to keep her okay?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hey,
Freddie,
she-
you know what?
Yeah.
Freddie Prinze, I heard he's just tearing through that money.
So that's
Scooby Doo.
But that's what you'd have to do. You'd have to take a look at that comic book season, which I think they call it season 8.
They
Yeah,
do.
they do.
Yeah.
Just take a look at that. There's your template right there for your movie.
Or, like I said, do the Frey movie,
yeah.
which is Buffy
That would
the
be
Vampire
cool.
In the
Slayer
future.
in the future.
Yeah, how far in the future is it?
Like way
Like
far.
super in the
hundreds of
future.
years.
It's like Blade Runner.
Well, that's
into
what the funny
future.
thing about it is. There's this axe, the Slayer's axe, is actually it wasn't even in the show. It was in the Frey
Yeah, it was.
comic.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
So it was
it
in the comics before it was
Yeah,
in the
it's
show.
the comics
Right.
first.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was.
Comics first.
It was
Yeah.
in the
It's in the
comics
comics
first,
Comics
and
first,
then
then
it
the
showed
show.
up in
Oh,
the
okay,
show.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's what I was saying. Is that
I
the
thought you
comic
were talking
book-
about season 8.
No, the Frey comic actually introduced this really cool Ultimate Slayer weapon that they brought it in.
And then it showed up, and
Yeah.
Yeah, that was such an Easter egg for
And
all
I
the
made
comics.
I made poo poo in my pants.
I kind of did too. Actually.
So is it more like an alternate universe than?
No, it's
No.
the future.
So
It's
how old is
continuity.
Buffy?
No, she's
dead.
dead. This is
Oh,
like this
okay,
is
so
like
it's past
hundreds
her-
of years.
Got
Got
it.
it.
Yeah,
Got it.
this is the new Slayer that's replaced Buffy.
Yeah.
Centuries in the future.
Got it.
Yeah.
Actually, it would have replaced Faith.
They replaced all the Slayers up until before her, Scott.
I know. Yes, but when Buffy died, there was not another Slayer.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna fight.
Kids.
No, that's good.
Please.
You know what my problem with Buffy was?
What?
Yes.
There weren't nearly enough fake noses.
Oh, jeez.
Just you need to gag right now.
All
I
right.
didn't get it.
You're gonna make me want to watch that Wonder Woman.
Star Trek, Scott. Star Trek.
Yay!
He perked up. Look
If
at
they're
him.
if they're fighting any clones, I'm gonna kill Brian.
Well,
Actually, they might be.
well. Here's what we got. Here's what we got right now. It will be released. They're shooting it in 2D, but they're gonna do the conversion.
Oh, it's a conversion because I thought they were shooting.
No,
in
no,
3D.
they're shooting in 3D. Is what?
Says Abrams said that the final movie will most likely be in 3D, but they're shooting in 2D. Says
Oh,
we're shooting.
I like that.
We're shooting on film 2D, and then we'll do a good high quality end conversion like the Harry Potter movie. And luckily, with our release date, we have the months needed to do it right.
May
because,
of 2013.
because
God
if you
damn.
rush it, it never looks good. We're talking about shooting some IMAX. I'd love to do it in IMAX. It's his favorite format. So he didn't have much to say about the script. It's too early to be talking, although we have theories.
Well, based on the game we were talking about the other day.
We think it's going to be Space Seed.
It's sure looking that
Yeah.
way.
Are we back to Jimmy?
Yeah. Did you go look at that episode?
I haven't
Seed?
had a chance.
Okay. And you've not seen it?
I have
yet?
not seen it
All
yet.
right. You better.
What
'Cause
the
it may
hell
be-
is wrong with you people?
But
It-
you've seen
it's
Wrath,
one of my
but you s-
favorite episodes.
But you've seen
I-
Wrath of Khan.
No, I'm
Yeah, I've seen
guys.
Wrath of Khan.
Guys, this is
No.
my fault. This is my fault. Last Saturday night, I was over at Jimmy's house, and about 15 times he said, "Let's go watch Space Aid," and I said, "No, let's get drunk so you can threaten to stab me and fall asleep in your chair."
And apparently he
I
did
did
with
do
2
that.
knives.
You let him come to your
He
house?
threatened to
really?
stab
Yeah.
you. He threatened to stab you. Why?
Jimmy played a game last Saturday called two knives.
Tell me if I
going-
get too
going
close.
like this. He's walking towards me like
Choo,
this, going,
choo.
"Tell me when I get too close."
And then apparently I smothered his wife and then
And
grabbed
he's-
my dog and fell asleep.
Yeah, he smothered my wife with a pillow, grabbed
That's
his
why I
dog
don't-
under one arm, and passed out.
That's why I don't party at Shea Martin. Man.
Yeah, amen. Sounds dangerous.
It always ends with
If
stabbing.
any of you out there have
I have a
trouble
lot of ghosts
deciding,
in my house.
if any of you out there have trouble deciding what's true and what's not, I feel the same way.
no,
No, I think that actually happened. Didn't
I
it?
think
This
it was
is
all true.
all happened.
Yeah.
At one point, one girl that was at the house ran away saying, "Jimmy has knives."
As she is wont to do.
I only cut her once. Jesus.
Yeah,
What
they
a
get-
baby.
I know they get.
I know she's a chick. Seriously, she should have cut herself by the time she was
Right.
13.
Wow, there go both our female
Jeez.
listeners.
Whackity, schmackity, gothic.
Whoa.
No one understands me.
Alex,
The
these
next
pills
thing you
will
know,
make it better.
The next thing you know, she's going to be in the crawl space with flies.
Bot
I
flies
do
and
have a
maggots.
crawl space.
Hurt myself today. All right. Anyway, J.J. Abrams says that he is thrilled with the script, and he says it's his to screw up.
Yeah.
He says if you don't like it, it's on me.
Why would
it-
you even
it-
say that?
He
It's
said, "You
It's
guys-
Kurtzman and Archie again.
Yeah, yeah.
He says, "You'll love the polar bear scene."
He says our sets are almost done. We're going to go back and start shooting very soon.
For this
Will
movie.
there be a prequel comic this time?
I'm sure
Oh,
there will be.
God, I hope
Well,
so.
well, actually, Scott, you say that it's the game that, as far as when I was at E3, they said that the game that's coming out before it is the.
I don't want to play game.
Well,
I don't want to learn new things.
just watch me play it. You can hang out.
shut up.
But no, they said that the game is the bridge from the first to the second.
Also, that
That was kind of witty, wasn't it? Shut up.
Christopher
good. That's good.
Christopher Pike is in it somehow.
Oh, Bruce Greenwood.
He
Yeah,
was in the first one.
yeah.
And he's not all.
Although that Sean Means isn't like it when you do that every time he comes on the screen. me and the wife sit behind at the press screening. Every time Christopher Pike came on, we would go.
I accidentally.
And Sean Means turns around just like, oh, I hate you. Because that guy hates me.
There's a reason why you can actually trace every bad review the show has to Sean Bean.
Shannon-
I kicked
Shannon-
him in the head 3 times in that screening back.
I punched this kid in the head at a bowling alley one time.
Shannon, we're in the
Not
same boat.
deliberately.
We're in the same boat because after our vote this year, he doesn't like me either. So
Utah
Yeah.
Film Critics. So,
Yeah.
by the way, the other
Means.
no, I love Sean.
really?
I kid.
Come on. now.
Yes,
I
let's
can't
make
'cause
my
I
life
love-
a little more uncomfortable than it already is.
No.
Oh, you
Wait a
work with
second.
him, huh?
You're presupposing
Tell
He
him I
works,
said, hey.
he works
Yes,
right
but
by
you-
him.
Yeah, like inches.
Tell him I said, hey.
Hey, yes, but you do to him what you did to me when we met, and I hated you when we met.
You did. You
Yeah.
really did.
Yeah.
You were obnoxious. You went out of your way.
I did.
off.
I did
You
not.
did too.
I did not.
And,
I think
it's
you're
funny now,
mistaking
but at the
Shannon for
time,
me.
God, I wanted to hit
God,
you.
we were
with something.
so-
I just remember going back to our former workplace, and all Scott could go on about is how much he hated Shannon
I hated you.
so
But
much.
you did it on purpose.
No,
I mean,
I did
You
not.
totally
Oh, okay, I
succeeded.
did a little bit.
Yeah, there you go.
But now we're very much in love.
There we're now.
Does
we're
that
very
mean
much in
that?
love.
Does that mean, Shannon, that someday there might be a love between you and
I
Sean
don't know.
Means
Probably
I
not.
that
think
has
so.
yet to speak its name?
I just wonder what it's like to have
I
Scott
would say
stop hating you.
Sean,
Wow.
Sean was Sean was a deer. Sean was a deer and hosted this the annual UFCA vote
Utah Film
at his
Critics
home.
Association.
And but he and I disagreed greatly on the film that should be nominated Best Picture. Mine won, and after it was over, I said, "You hate me now." And he goes, "Not any more than I already did."
Sean is funny.
I
I
don't
Sean's
even,
a great guy.
I don't even really
Sean's
know.
fun.
I know that I make him mad at screenings if I go boop and I.
Well, that would make me mad too.
Especially in Planet of the Apes movie, because none of those apes went.
Boop, boop.
All right.
The other thing I was going to say about Star Trek, the rumors are that there's one more villain to be cast.
Still? Oh.
In addition to
Well, they already
Khan,
casted RoboCop. That was cool.
You guys,
I'm telling you,
seriously,
Harry Mudd.
seriously, J.J.
Zach
Abrams, you
Galifianakis.
really think that anything that anybody's think is going to happen is actually going to happen in
Right,
this movie? It's
right.
not going to be Space Seed. It's not going to be Khan. It's going to be Gorns on ice.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because you think about it, lizards on ice. That's funny.
No,
Eating blueberries, just skating around.
No.
Because
Because you know,
Weller has already been a Star Trek villain
yeah,
in
in
Enterprise. Yeah,
Who was?
Peter Weller.
Oh, that's right.
I
That's
think
right.
Shatner should be the villain.
Shatner is the villain in all of our lives. Now.
I
Look at that bloated monster coming at us.
No, there's just going to be some dead chick.
Fattest.
There's going to be some dead chick floating in a pool, and someone's going to go, "Oh, Shatner was here."
I saw
Oh, that was tasteless.
I saw Shatner's book at Barnes and Noble. Shatner Rules.
On clearance?
50% off.
Yep.
Oh.
Right next to the Tech War calendar collection.
So how many bars of gold pressed platinum is that worth?
It's actually worth only 2
Jesus
strips
Christ, Jeff.
of gold press
Man.
platinum.
That's just sad when you do stuff like that.
Live long and prosper.
Says 7-Eleven's employee of the month.
Hey, listen, he fought
Not
hard.
yet.
He
Not
fought
yet.
hard
But
for
I'm
that.
telling you right now, store will be the first in the region. It
And hey,
will be.
Shannon is responsible for Strawberry Bang.
He banged a strawberry?
No!
Dude.
You had
Bang
cherry
it.
and orange bang, and Shannon thought this would be
right.
great as
He
strawberries.
got it pregnant.
I'm telling you what, you want to increase your sales, you start selling heroin out of your store.
I found out again a teaser for the greatest story about 7-Eleven ever told. I found out that selling beer after 2 o'clock sometimes can save your life.
Oh, really? You're gonna sell us beer.
Yeah. This 30-06 says you're going to give me all the beer I want.
These aren't the,
Yes.
these aren't the
sure.
droids you're looking for.
Okay.
Sure, bud.
Let's see.
Sure, Dave.
We got. This is the latest from. This happened a couple of weeks ago. Louis C.K. Selling his concert album / video tour on his website for $5.
$5?
Yeah.
Yep, seriously.
It
Just stream it, or does he send you a DVD?
Probably an MP3
It's like a
download.
digital
It's
copy.
a download.
Yes,
Gotcha.
well, and then you can burn it later, and helpfully he included album artwork that you can print out and make your own DVD of his concert film.
Yeah. Well, it paid off. In just it says here in just 12 days he grossed $1 million.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
200,000 copies, right?
200,000 copies.
Why don't we do that? Can we sell these for $5?
For $5. Now here's what he said about the money. He said that a quarter of that money
Goes to his wife.
is gonna go to the video production costs. 220 will go to himself. He says, "I will spend it on my rent, my kids, and terrible, horrible things that are none of your business."
God, I love him. He's like my hero.
But more than half is going to go to his employees and charity.
Oh.
Specifically, his
Your
employees.
wife is getting some.
What?
Charity.
Specifically, his employees will get bonuses totaling $250,000, and another $280,000 will go to 5 charities. He says, "I've never had $1 million, and all of a sudden I do. And since we're all sharing this experience, and since it's really your money, I wanted to let you know what I'm doing with it. I guess I want to set an example of what you can do if you all of a sudden have $1 million
Well, it's a lot better than buying a new 7-Eleven.
that people just gave to you directly because you told jokes." He says, "If I make another $1 million on this, I will do the same. I will give more of it away."
What a
He's
badass.
a class act.
His total class act.
I don't believe he's never had $1 million before.
No, and his exact wordings
I
were,
believe
He directed Pootie Tang.
Yeah, that's what he got for. That was his back end deal for Pootie Tang.
His
was $1
exact
million.
word-
It was the action figures.
His exact words were, "I've never had $1 million this quickly,
all
or
of a
all of a
sudden."
sudden."
Yeah.
So that's kind of a scary thought if you think about it. I've never had $1 million this quickly.
Oh man, I want $1 million.
By the way, Shannon,
Yeah.
Saudate.
Saudate on the slippy kind.
I don't know what any of that meant.
Me
It's
neither.
Pootie Tang.
Oh,
You never seen Pootie Tang? He wrote
yeah, I didn't see
That
it.
is a fun.
on DVD.
Got a
That's how much I love it.
capitai on a runny time.
Loan it to me.
It's great.
Loan
Is
it
that
to
the
me.
one with the magic belt?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock dressed up as a corn cob.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
No, this is a
Tang, you gotta know what I say.
every dad has a belt that can actually come off and go on so quickly. And Chris Rock's his dad at the beginning of the movie, isn't he? When he's acting up.
His dad.
Chris Rock is Louis C.K.'s dad?
No,
he's
'cause
Pootie Tang's
He's
dad.
Pootie Tang's dad, and he's got this belt that he beats him with, and somehow the belt can go right back on you just as quick as it came off when you're getting ready to beat your kid.
It's magic.
I love it. All right, let's take a break. After these messages, we'll be right back.
Saudate.